on my ankles. Don't know how that happened. Hey, everybody, welcome. It is Monday night. We are here on MCU Mondays. We are ready to kick it and talk about some MCU stuff. Just having a good time. You know how it all is. Scarif Scuttlebutt is already on. Look at this. Hi, Scarif, how are you? So, we are talking about Echo these days, correct? Yes. Um, we are 3 episodes in. It's 5 episodes long. I've got to ask, and I'm kind of curious about this because the way it is set up is everything I've been reading has been saying, oh, it's just a mini series. It's a mini series, and that's all it is mini series. But it says season 1 on the front of it. Are there going to be continuing seasons of Echo?
I don't think so, because it's considered a Marvel spotlight, kind of like Werewolf by Night and the Guardians Christmas special.
I thought those were oh gosh, what do you call them?
Special presentation. Same thing. It's the same thing. I think this is just a good backstory for her. Leading into either Daredevil, like Ro is saying, and possibly, I don't know, she becomes one of the Thunderbolts or maybe a young Avenger. Who knows? I'm sure we'll see her somewhere else down the line.
I hope so. I really have. I know. Gosh, what's his name? I can't even think of his name. John Ambrose. Our very own John Ambrose from Geek News Now was not a fan of it necessarily. So, but I've enjoyed it. I thought it was good. So, in case you haven't noticed, there's a different angle on my camera today, and that's because my computer has booted me out, and we'll be up Thursday, hopefully. But for right now, I'm on my phone, which is fine. That's good. All well and good. Everything's hunky-dory. But before we go any further into Echo, I almost did that with my mouse. Let's do our intro, shall we? Now, just so you know, I do have an updated one, but unfortunately it's on my computer, which is why everything's just gone to crap. So
it's Monday.
It's Monday.
What do you expect? Exactly the Monday gremlins are.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Oh my goodness, I just dropped myself. I'm trying to sit here and read the comments. We've got Scarif on. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Especially,
I think they also had a lot of reshoots for Echo.
Oh, did they? I was thinking with the whole Jonathan Majors controversy that they were trying to do something different as far as Kang goes. Because I mean, are they going to recast him? Are they going to continue on with the Kang saga? You know, what's going to happen there? So we're going to get one of the what do you call it? Oh, I can't even think of his name now. Rhodey. We're gonna get a Rhodey change.
That would be the way to go if they're absolutely sure they're not going to use Kang. Then
I'm
they
here.
should.
It's me. Let's just get over it.
Yep.
So
Well, Star Wars isn't dead.
who said that?
Scare.
No, no, no. Star Wars is not dead. And
Guess it depends on what crowd you're hanging with.
well, and everybody says, "Oh, Star Wars is dead." Well, what about the Mandalorian? Yeah, that's good. We like the Mandalorian.
Except for season 3. You can't please everybody, folks. Can't
I'm
do it.
telling you. What about Andor? Andor was like all over the place, critically acclaimed, but then they had to complain about something, so there wasn't enough pew pew bang bang.
It's too boring.
It's boring. So, no, Star Wars is not dead. People just don't like it anymore. Well,
Certain people.
some people don't like it anymore. We here on MCU Mondays love Star Wars, and in fact, even on the Cantina Happy Hour when we're on Thursday nights, we love Star Wars. So,
Some more than others.
yes, exactly. So, we have our ones we won't touch. Both of us, neither one of us like
Resistance.
Don't. I'm trying to forget about it. I didn't need to be reminded. Resistance.
The one that shall not be named.
I like and I like the Ewok movies. And even though Debbie was not partial to them,
they were all right, but wow. It was a tough watch.
that you can tell is 80s television right there. So anyway, all right, let's talk about Echo. We got episode 3 going on. Starts off, and I thought the use of the silent movie was a great choice, was an amazing choice, just because she can't hear. So the silent movie is they're talking, and I just kept waiting for "Let us do the amigos salute," just because the Three Amigos. And if you haven't seen the Three Amigos, go watch it. It's hilarious. But Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. But anyway, we get another look at one of her ancestors who was a woman, but she couldn't be. I can't even. What was they were like a law enforcement.
The Light Horseman.
The Light Horseman, yes. And she wanted to be her father. I'm guessing that was her father. Had been training her, and she could do all the stuff the boys could do with the shooting and the throwing and everything else. And he said, "No, you can't do it. You're a girl." And then she showed up at the end to save everybody. And then, of course, we roll into the credits. So, and of course, this is one of the things I really enjoy about this, is that it's showing basically what each one of these. It's all stemming back to this the first Choctaw thing, and it's always here's the next in the line of the Choctaw that you're related to, and here's what her powers were, and guess what? It shows up in that episode. So, I mean, as far as this one goes, it was the shooting, and especially when they get into the fight in the roller rink, and all that kind of fun stuff. It's great. I'm loving it. I'm loving the way that they're tying everything together. So, not a lot of loopholes in this one, or not loop. What do we call them? Loose ends. Not a lot of loose ends in this one. They're summing the story up fairly well.
Well, I think a lot of people, the ones that didn't particularly like this show, are upset because they didn't use her comic powers, which basically were the exact same thing as Taskmaster.
Oh,
And it's like, why would you have another character that can do the exact same thing as another character that's already been introduced?
but and see, I think that's a lot of people get upset about that kind of stuff with the oh, well, it's not the powers that they had in the comic books, and it's like, yeah, but I look at it and say, yeah, but the comic books are a different world. That's a completely different, that's a different universe, if you will, a different multiverse. The way that they're doing this and the way they've done the multiverse, and really just the way that they've done it since the very beginning, is that they've said, this is a different universe. They've got different powers. We're telling the stories that we want to tell, and I have no problems with this. I've got no issues with this. And I mean, they've touched on, in some of the movies, they've touched on some of the bigger stories within Marvel. You can look at Iron Man 2, and well, that kind of stemmed from what's it called, Demon in a Bottle, the Demon in a Bottle storyline, where Tony was a lush and a drunk. And I mean, it wasn't exactly that story, but it was hinted at quite heavily. There were parts of it that you're looking at it going, oh, okay, that's okay. So it's not the exact same story, which again, I have no issues with this because they're telling their own stories. We're not. This isn't the comic books. We're giving our own artistic interpretation to the characters that we have. So, and again, because of that, I've enjoyed the whole thing. So, yeah, whatever. You don't like it, that's fine. Don't
I'm just
watch
telling
it.
you what's out there on the interwebs.
You know what? But see, and this is the funny thing about fandoms, and be it Star Wars or Marvel or DC or whatever, is you can get people that will sit there all day and night and criticize every little thing. I couldn't stand Echo; it was terrible. Oh, I hated The Last Jedi; it was an awful movie. Everything since Batman versus Superman and the Snyderverse has just been awful. And I look at it and go, yeah, but you watched it, didn't you? And chances are you're going to go back and watch it again just because it's something that you are passionate about. So,
Scarif
I mean,
feels attacked.
oh,
No, we love you, Scarif.
yes.
We appreciate you being on here.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying. You don't have to feel attacked. I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, if you don't like it, that's why we are so good the way we are. If you don't like it, that's fine. You are entitled to your opinion. That is good stuff. Go for it. Now, don't just throw it out there. I didn't like it. Why? Well, I just didn't like it. And that don't count. Be ready to back your stuff up. I didn't like it. Why not? Well, it didn't happen like it happened in the comic books. And I'm a big fan of the character, and they ruined her in the comic books, or they ruined her from what I liked her in the comic. Okay, fair. That's a fair, valid point. I understand your reasoning. I disagree because I like the character, so whatever.
Yeah, I agree with Scarif. I'll watch anything once. That's what I did with Resistance. I watched it all the way through, but I did not like it, and I will never watch it again.
I couldn't even watch it all the way through. How's that?
Let's
I
see,
got through.
I'm more dedicated.
I tried 2 or 3 times. I got to the 3rd episode every time, and I'm just like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. This is killing me.
Over the
The same
weekend,
thing happened. Oh, good.
over the weekend, I watched the second Aquaman.
Ugh, why?
Ooh, wow. Because I like DC, so I wanted to see it. And yeah, that was rough.
Was it bad?
Man, I don't know. It is. I think with all the reshoots, and I don't know if they were trying to.
The whole Amber Heard thing.
Yeah, I don't know if they were trying to cut her out as much as possible. Which, I mean, she was still in there, but yeah, it was just The only thing I truly loved about the movie was the interactions with Jason Momoa and I think it's Patrick Wilson that plays his brother. I'm not
I get
sure
it.
if that's his name, but anyways, those two were a blast. They were a hoot. I like them. But yeah, some of the CGI was just it was just like the Flash all over again.
Yeah,
Good.
I watched that one just recently. That was horrible.
I mean,
I'm
the underwater scenes with the people, you had the beautiful Nicole Kidman in there. I I don't know, she just looked old and distorted in those scenes. I don't know. It was just yeah, the only reason I would ever watch it again is just to watch the interaction between Patrick and Jason. And then I'd
so I,
really
and
have
see,
to think on it.
I like this. I like this thought too because I did the same thing. I'm exactly in the same boat with you as far as Echo goes. I had no idea what the character was, so this is my introduction to her, and like I said, I'm enjoying it. The same thing could be said with me as far as the Guardians of the Galaxy goes. When that movie, when did that came out in 2010, 2011, somewhere in that neighborhood? Before the first Avengers movie, and that was 2012. So anyway, 2010, 2011, I had no clue, no idea. I just knew it was part of Marvel, and I was like, I'm gonna go see it. And so I took Luke, and we went to go see it, and I was like, all right, I like this, good stuff. Now, did it want to make me go out and buy the comic books? No, no. I mean, let me back that story up a little bit, maybe, but not really. See, here's the thing: is if you're getting into the character now, like with the Guardians of the Galaxy, there is so much backstory out there already. And to try and buy the comic books and keep up with the entire story and what they are in the comic book world, yeah, you, you could spend the rest of your life trying to figure all of that out. You know, um, so am I gonna go back and relive their entire history through the comic books? No. Will I hit some of the hot spots and the high spots so I kind of know? Oh yeah, this was okay. Yeah, it's like when Sylvester Stallone when he was on with his character, and that was like one of the original Guardians, the character that they used for him. You know, that
Oh,
was
I didn't know that.
oh yeah. So it was like okay, well, it's nice to know these little just the little things so that when you get Easter eggs like that, it's like, oh hey, I know who you are. Okay, okay, all right. So anyway, I don't know. It was again for me. Echo have no clue. Am I gonna want out? Am I going to want to run out and go buy the comic books? And that's another thing. Am I going to want to go out and buy the comic books now? No, not at all. Why? Well, the show is out. It's a popular. Well, I say popular. It's a known character now, which means the price of her comic books just shot through the roof. And I'm like, nope. I mean,
And it
even Miss, huh?
and if I'm not mistaken, this was not a popular comic book character to begin with, so I don't know why people have their panties in a twist.
Get your
He
panties
wasn't
at
a
the twist.
popular character. Why do you care what the
You
show
know, right?
is? Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I don't understand people, which is why I like being a hermit. So
It's just it is what it is with me. I'm just like I said. I'm like Scare said. I'm just kind of a go with the flow. I'll watch anything at least once. Miss Marvel, no, Captain Marvel. I watched once. I might have seen that one twice now,
I've watched it several times, but I
but
have to be in the mood for it.
I haven't watched. I've only seen Thor: Love and Thunder once. No, twice. I watched it once on the theater, and then I think I watched it once when it hit Disney Plus. And if I don't ever have to watch it again, I'm fine. I'll be okay.
Did I cut myself off?
Huh?
Scare said, "Did Debbie cut herself off from the force?"
I don't know. Did you?
No.
Oh, because you're a hermit.
Oh, as a hermit. Oh, I get it now.
Oh,
Okay, okay.
haha.
I'm old. You gotta realize the brain doesn't work as fast as it used to.
The hamster wheel's not the hamster's not running that fast anymore. So
No, I did not go as far as Luke. I did not cut myself off. Just from people. That's it.
you know what? It even took me a minute to catch that one. So
I was so confused. But that's
anyway,
normal for me.
so Maya gets herself caught. Well, first off, we have this lovely interaction between Grandma and Grandpa.
I love those two.
I
They're a
love
hoot.
him so much. He's just the right amount of funny to where it's like enjoyable, but it's not like over the top.
It's not campy.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And him
like
trying to flirt with her.
used to drive you wild when I'd talk to you like that.
Oh, good stuff.
And then he gets Maya's back in town. All right, I figured that's what it was. Come on, let's go talk. I can be serious now. So, Grandma and Grandpa talk. They're of course talking about Maya. Got to get her back in the. Haven't seen her for 20 years. What are we gonna do? Blah blah blah. All that kind of fun stuff. Then Maya gets herself caught by his name's Leslie, right?
Vicky.
Vicky. Why was I thinking Leslie? Vicky. His name was Vicky.
Well, at least Leslie can be a guy's name. I mean, we had Leslie Nielsen,
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah.
but Vicky, I don't get. Unless his name was Victor, maybe, and it's just a nickname for him, Vicky. But why would you do
Maybe.
that?
I'm guessing there's more comments.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Ro. Come back anytime. And I'll try not to call you Shirley.
Surely you can't mean that. Yes, I can. Don't call me
Oh,
Shirley.
that's good stuff right there.
That is some classic Leslie Nielsen right there. And that is from the wonderful, wonderful movie Airplane. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. Thank me later. That's when they made movies that were like spoof movies and they were actually funny. So
Yeah, it'd probably be considered offensive today.
wait
To some people.
a minute.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That one? Airplane?
Oh. Airplane, well, Blazing Saddles and all them.
Oh, of course, Blazing Saddles. Yeah. I actually showed Luke Blazing Saddles the other day.
Naked Gun, I think. Yeah, there's some stuff that would probably
those are a little racy, like raunchy, but
well, they would set some people off. So, but we grew up.
You people need to get over yourselves.
I grew up on that stuff, so
yeah.
Oh Lord,
you guys need to get over yourselves. Anyway, all right. So Maya gets herself caught. They're holding. Vicky's holding her in the bowling alley. His
roller rink.
The roller rink. He's got these two female accomplices. I don't. Sometimes you want to. Sometimes they play a bad guy so well that you hate them, and you look at it and go, "That's good. They played the bad. I need to hate the bad guy." These ones were something different. I just hated them just because. I don't know why. His cohorts.
Well, because they were just
was like they hit every stereotype. Like,
Exactly.
I was like, oh my gosh. And they were like Walmart Karens is what they were.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just like, oh my god, just stop. Stop. It's just bad. This
And
is
none
just
of them really knew what they were way out of their league going up against Kingpin's henchmen. I mean,
yeah. And the fact that he you got my money, he kept asking for the money. I'm like, this dude's he's gonna die. He
yeah,
is
well,
going to die. They're gonna kill him.
he wanted to see the money first, and I'm like, you do
No,
not know who you're dealing with.
no, no, no.
If he had kept his mouth shut, there's I mean a slight possibility, very slight, that him and well, I don't know if the girls made it or not. Well, the one girl, Gracie, the young one, she got away. I don't know what happened to the other one, but yeah, he
She
definitely
got
got
her fat butt kicked, is what happened to her.
Oh, yeah, that's right, she was hogtied. So, yeah, he just needed to dial it down about 20 and just do what he was told, and maybe he woulda gotten paid and maybe he woulda lived, but, I mean, that's just a slight possibility because 'cause you're dealing with Wilson, and he doesn't like loose ends.
Yeah. And again, we get a touch of this the I'm trying to think of a good word for this. The R rating that they're the R-rated Marvel universe that they're trying to create as far as with the Daredevil and the Defenders and all that other stuff. And again, you got a touch of this when Vicky got killed because they they literally blew his brains out. I mean, just it was a hot bloody mess, and it was all over the thing. Oh, but they caught what's her name? I can't even think of her name now.
Bonnie?
Bonnie. I was thinking Becky. Bonnie. They caught Bonnie, and I thought that was really clever too. The way he ran her off with, and again, you see how this this dynamic is working between this whole family as far as what's her name being deaf and everybody knows sign language and he's sitting there signing to her. He's talking to her. Oh, I got IRS problems. Go get out of here now.
Yeah,
You know,
he's doing some tapping on his leg. I don't know if it was some
well,
kinda
what he's doing is he's saying, don't listen to me. Watch me. Watch my hand because my hand is down here and it's doing something, and you need to be looking at my hand instead of listening to my voice. And
yeah, but he
the hand is saying, go away, run away, get out of here quick.
right.
Now, to be fair, she shouldn't have gone to her truck and first thing she does is grab the radio. She should have gone to her truck, got in the truck, locked the doors, and driven off. And on the way down the road, hey, get down here quick. Something bad's happening. So, but you've always got to have we got to catch the other good guy that doesn't have anything to do with this so that we can hold him or her hostage and make the other good guy do what we need to do. So, and we this lovely. They put them together. She's talking to him. I'm gonna punch you. They can't kill them. They can't kill him because Fisk wants him alive.
Right.
So they're just standing there, threatening with their weapons, but it means nothing. See, if I was in that situation and he sits there and he says, "We can't kill him. We can't kill him," they want him. Fisk wants him alive. Oh, I'm jumping him right then and there. You're not going to shoot at me. I'm more valuable to you alive than I am dead, and I'm taking you down with me. If you shoot me, that's fine, but you're gonna go out bloodied and bruised.
Well, I think and I think Maya might have realized that these 3 are just bumbling goofballs,
They are.
and with the yeah, she probably could have attacked him, but then, Bonnie was still in the way, and, you
Uncle
know
was still up front.
yeah, and there's a possibility that one of those idiots would accidentally pull the trigger and kill somebody, and because they're boobs.
Yeah.
So, I don't think she was willing to take that chance with family.
Okay, fine.
I'm just saying, that's just my opinion.
No, you're right. I'll buy into that. But anyway, so we get this really cool because Fisk's cohorts show up and they go in after her, and we get this really awesome fight scene with love that song. Love that Dagula by Rob Zombie. And it's such a good song to have for a fight scene. It's so, I mean, that was just perfect. It was used actually in the first Matrix movie, but it wasn't in a fight scene. It was like at the very first before he was fighting. But still, I love the song. So it's on one of my regular playlists.
Never heard of it.
What?
Well, I'm not a Rob Zombie fan, so.
Oh. I'm generally not either, but I like the song. So I like the song, and it played well with the fight, and that even included punching a hole through the "Make America Skate Again" song. Did you see that? Did you see
That's
that?
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the little, what did I call him last week? The little skinny, wormy, ball-headed bad guy.
Oh, Zane?
Zane, yeah. The little skinny, wormy, ball-headed bad guy. Of course, he's got Bonnie, and that just stops everything. And they're all tied up again, getting ready to kill them, and he gets a phone call and says, "Nope, we got to let him go." And honestly, I mean, seriously, did you not? Who was that? Oh, I don't know who that was. Oh. I mean, you saw this guy getting ready to shoot them, and then all of a sudden he's got this look of fear in his eyes, and he's like, "Okay, we got to go. We just got to go. We can't."
Well,
Like,
how
all right.
did he know when to call? That's my question.
I don't know.
He has eyes everywhere.
Yeah. And this is another thing, because she goes back to her house, or to where she's staying, and Fisk is there, and he's got the eye thing on where he's been shot and everything, and this could have been such a huge reveal. I mean, this was the kind of thing to where it was like you weren't expecting it, and then it happened. And the same thing with the first episode too, where he was breathing in the hospital. Now, we knew that he was going to be in the series because, you saw it in the previews. But if they would have held out some of those like the previews of him where he's got the eye badge on, eye bandage or whatever, that would have made that reveal so much bigger and so much more if they hadn't already said, okay, well, he's going to be in it. And look, here in one of he's got an eye bandage on, so we know he's been shot. And it was like, you really just kind of ruined it, That could have been such a huge thing, because he was in the shadows. It was the Jack Nicholson Joker thing. Just steps out of the shadows. You can call me Joker. And it's like, that would have been great. Have we not seen Jack Nicholson in the Joker makeup all over everywhere before this movie came out? We already knew what he looked like. You've ruined what could have been a huge reveal moment. And the same thing with the with him breathing at the hospital at the end of it, where it was like, oh, he's still alive. But we knew that because we saw the previews where he had the bandage on his eye. We know he survived. you would have saved that and just said, if you would have put him in the previews and made all of his appearances from the first episode in those previews, which, I mean, he had a lot to do in that first episode. You could have gotten away with so much more, and you could have put a lot in that preview. And then in the same token, you can look at it and go, we know he's in it, and then you watch the first episode and I'm like, okay, well, that was him. He was in it, and that's it. That's all we know about. And then you get the reveal at the end of the first episode, and then you get the reveal at the end of this episode, and you're just like, oh, he's in it a lot more. We're going to love this. It's going to be great. So they stole from Vincent D'Onofrio on that one. I feel bad for him.
But all the studios, not just Marvel, but all the studios, they give away the movie.
Yeah.
For the most part, or they reveal characters that, and like in what one is it? Is it Homecoming with all 3 Spider-Men?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they even try to digitally, erase
remove them.
To remove them from the trailers, and it's like, why didn't you just show something else?
Yeah. Yeah. Show a different scene.
Come on. Whoever does the marketing and trailers for these movies, don't show all the good parts in the 2-hour trailer or 2-hour trailer, 2-hour, dang it, 2-minute trailer. I'll get us spat out. Yeah, leave some mystery. I mean, gosh, back in the day,
make me want to watch it.
Back in the day, we didn't get all these trailers and just commercial after commercial after commercial and little tidbits here and there. We didn't get that.
Back a long time ago, we would get the one long trailer, and that was usually at the first. You had to go to the movies to go see the long trailer. Like if you wanted to see the big trailer, you had to go to the movies, and you could sit and see the long one. And then when they hit TV, it was that exact same trailer, but it was shaved down and cut up and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you were always seeing the exact same thing all the time. Nothing was spoiled, as it were. So you just, whatever was in the trailer, that's what you saw, and that's all you knew about it.
Yeah, I've said it so many times on our shows that do a teaser trailer, a 30-second one, whatever, and then one big trailer, a minute long, 2 minutes long, and then stop.
And then
quit. Yeah, stop. Quit. Yeah. I mean, now it's like every other commercial. It's like, oh, well, you see a little bit of
there's a new TV spot.
Yeah. And it just, you're just giving it away, and it just spoils it. And you practically know the movie by the time you go to the movies.
If you go look at some of the Marvel movies if you go to Disney Plus and look at them, you can go under extras, and they'll have the previews and stuff that were on, and you'll see it. It's like, here's the teaser, here's trailer A, here's trailer B, and here's TV spot 1, here's TV spot 2, here's TV spot 3, and here's TV spot 4. It's like, well, shoot, that's the movie.
And I try to just keep it. Of course, I don't have cable TV, so I don't have to worry about seeing the commercials unless somebody plops it on TikTok or Twitter or something. But I usually try to watch just that first teaser trailer, and then the next longer trailer, and then I try to not see anything else, because Hollywood ruins it every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, the movies cost so much now. Why ruin it before we even get there?
It's because let me think. How do I want to put this? It's look, we've spent a lot of money, and even if you don't go see it, we're going to show you as much of it as we can, so you know how much money we've spent. So here's all the cool stuff.
Well, but the thing is, they do that, and when you go to the movie, you're so disappointed, you don't want to go see it again, because you're like, oh, I seen this in the commercial. Oh, I seen that in the commercial. Oh, I seen this too.
Now, something else I will say, and I've told this story before, in 2008, when I went to go see Iron Man for the first time, it was those credits started rolling. I got up and went to go pee because I didn't know there was going to be any kind of end credit scene. I don't think anybody was expecting it. And you get, oh, did you see there was Nick Fury and blah, blah, and I was like, oh no, I didn't see any of that. Now I gotta go see it again because that sounds awesome. So
Well, I tell you what, and I don't recall seeing too much about this movie. I remember watching the trailer. I don't know if there was other trailers that came out with it, but I've only seen the one, and that was Godzilla -1.
oh yeah, I think I've only seen one of those two.
Did you?
So
Was that the only trailer you seen? Because I didn't see a
I
whole
haven't
bunch
seen
of.
anything other than the one trailer. That's the only thing I've seen. But I haven't
That's
gone to
how
look
you
for
do it.
anything.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. You tease them just a little bit and then make them want to go see the movie rather
Yeah.
than show them the movie and then say, come see the rest of it. Come see all the
Yeah.
stuff come see the director's cut.
And they only spent $15 million on that movie, and it was fantastic.
I still have not seen it, so
Wow.
I'll take your word for it.
If it comes out on streaming somewhere, better watch it. It's good. It's really
My
good.
my brother's a big Godzilla fan, so chances are when it hits Blu-ray or DVD, we'll have a copy on our server, on our shared server. So,
but that's how you market. Now, just
yeah.
like today was a new trailer for Ghostbusters. Okay, that's the second trailer.
That's I think the first one was supposed to be the teaser. So I think
Yeah.
this is the first full trailer. Which again,
Stop right there.
just stop. You're done.
Mhm.
You don't need any more. We know that Winston's in it. We know that Peter's in it. And we know that Ray is in it. We know that Janine is back. And we know that Paul Rudd is in it. And we know the original cast. Well, I say the original. The cast from the previous movie is all in it.
Mhm.
So we're good. Just we
And
know
it
it's
looks
about it.
good. I'm excited to see it, but
We know it's about a ghost that freezes things, and that's great. That's awesome. Love it. You
and
know,
it comes out
Stop.
in March, I believe. So
Now
it's
what's
like,
gonna what? Oh yeah. We're only like a month away.
yeah, so it's like, okay, so just do the commercials off of
That
those two
preview.
trailers, and that's it. Don't do
What's
anything
gonna be
more.
really really bad, and I don't want to jinx it, but I think I will. Is if Rick Moranis is in this movie, and that's gonna be like the big surprise for everybody, and they blow it on one of the trailers. That would just devastate me because he's I don't want to say he's back. He never he left. He stopped acting.
Mhm.
But just recently he was in that, what's that, is it Mint Mobile that Ryan Reynolds has an owner share in?
Yeah.
I think he was in a Mint Mobile commercial with Ryan Reynolds. So maybe he's just kind of maybe he's going to come back and do some stuff. Maybe not. I'm not going to complain.
Well, it'd be fun to have him and Sigourney back.
Well, Sigourney was in the first one, kind of. She's in a post-credit scene with Bill Murray. They were doing the electric shock with the cards. What is that? Oh, it's a couple of wavy lines. Oh, wrong. She was there.
Maybe I didn't see. I didn't know. I'm not sure. I knew there was a post-credit scene.
Oh, now Debbie's got to go back and watch Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I do. I have it on my Vudu because I bought it. I liked it so much.
Yeah.
I bought it. So,
I got it for Christmas last year. So just because
yeah.
I
I don't remember if I. Yeah. Then again,
it's there. It's just Sigourney and Bill Murray. So, and she looks great. Bill Murray looks like he's gotten old. Sigourney still looks great. So anyway, so Maya shows back up to her house. Kingpin is there, and it cuts to the Made in Georgia logo. Short episode, a lot of boom bang stuff. She goes MacGyver in one scene where she builds this gun thing out of roller skate parts.
Yeah,
And
ball bearings or something, or wheel bearings,
yeah,
maybe.
shooting ball bearings with yeah. But you know what though? Because her grandfather does the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
where he just kind of so she might have picked up a little something from him. I could see that. So anyway, did we miss anything, Debbie? Short episode tonight.
Yep. I
Or
think
short
we covered
episode.
everything.
Cool. What is well, we got shameless plugs. What do we got?
I have not heard anything on Sith Dominion. I don't know if Dr. Dana had to do jury duty or not. Thursday, we are back.
Back in the cantina.
Yeah, for Rebels episode 3 and 4. I may or may not be here. I had a death in the family and the viewing and funeral and all that stuff's Thursday.
So Andrew, you need to make sure that your internet is up and working on Thursday. Because if Debbie's not here, I'm not doing that. Well, I don't. Cam is still on, so we'll still be okay.
Yeah.
But if it's just me and Debbie again, I'm not doing a show by myself. So you need to make sure your internet's working on Thursday. Send mom and dad to the movies so that they're not surfing and all that other stuff. You know, give them $4 or $5 and say, here, go see a movie on me.
Yeah, I'll try to be back, but I'm just saying this I may or may not be here. But then Saturday is Geek Gauntlet.
Nice.
Everything geeky, gaming, anime. You name it, they do it. They cover it.
Awesome. I don't think I've got anything other than what you gave me. Went to Brickfest weekend before last. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, the filming of
Oh, Daredevil.
Daredevil, Born Again. Yes, there was
There,
some. I sent you that little tickety talk.
there's I'm not on my computer. I can't get at it. But there's some behind the scenes footage that has leaked. They caught Charlie Cox they caught Matt and Foggy and Karen all coming out of a coffee shop or something along that line. They were all three of them walking out. And obviously they were in costume, they were in character, and
that was the first day of shooting.
So they are currently, as we speak, working on Daredevil Reborn. So
very exciting.
After the writers' strike and all that kind of fun stuff.
And having to rewrite and reshoot. Because I think they were almost done with the original shooting, and then Feige stepped in and said, "No, this is crap." New writers.
Yeah. It didn't have Foggy and Karen and
yeah, they were killed off. We weren't even going to see them at all. They were going to be their absence was going to be described as being killed off screen. Like both of them, really?
Yeah, how does that happen?
I could see, but not Foggy.
You just want to see Karen die.
And nothing against the actress. I just don't like the character, but it was really great seeing all three of them together. I got so excited when I seen that, and I had to send it to Dave and say, "Looky what I found."
I'm hoping that we see a crossover with Maya in this upcoming season. That would be kind of cool. I mean, we already know that Punisher is making an appearance. Who else? I know there was another one or two that were confirmed.
Luke, Jessica.
Yeah, Luke and
I don't know if
Jessica.
they were they confirmed.
I
I
don't
hear
know. That's
rumors,
what I'm
but
thinking.
I
Because you've
know
got Luke,
Punisher
Jessica,
was.
and Iron Fist,
Mm,
and I want to say one of those three at least has been confirmed for upcoming episodes.
yeah, the
So
only one that I know is confirmed, and that's Punisher. Everything else has been rumors, just like with Star Wars stuff.
I would
'Cause
like to
it
see. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I see a lot of Star Wars rumors rolling around, but when you ask for a source,
Mike Zero. Mike
yeah,
Zero said,
it's usually some clickbait site or yeah, Mike Zero or any of his.
what's the other guy? Doomcock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless it comes from the studio themselves,
Or it's
or
from
the
a
actor
reputable source like Hollywood Reporter or Variety or
variety.
TMZ, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So if it's not from somebody I can trust, then I won't believe it until I actually see it.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Mhm.
Um, Other than that, I think we're about done.
I think we are.
I think we are too. Well, that's going to be it for us tonight then. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to try to end this on my phone without knocking everything off.
And we
Y'all
missed
have
you,
a,
Andrew. Hope to
we
see you
missed you,
Thursday.
Andrew. Hope to see you next week. We will see all of you next week right here on MCU Mondays. Y'all have a great week, and we'll see you next week.